Well, hello, my friends. Welcome back to Breaking Bricks. I'm your host, Neil. This week, I figured last week we worked on this Avengers Tower. We got it lit up. So I figured this week I'd kind of show you the progress I've made. But this week we're going to focus on mills. Because I've got 7 buildings in my city so far. Okay, and time's going to pass before I get to the 8th. But I've got 2 spots here already on my table that are open, and we can put a building there. Or I can start to set up the next 3 mills, use this spot for the next building, and use those 4 spots for a city park, which I already have the parts for. So basically what I'm doing is creating a placeholder. If I make a beautiful park, maybe it'll survive and stay in the city. But this way we can kind of progress on and then come back and take the parkland later if we need to. I've already got 2 modulars in this build that I've created myself. I really like how they turned out for the most part. And we're going to get to those in some other episode. Each one will have its own. And we'll talk about the different buildings as we go up forward. But today, like I said, we're going to talk about expanding the city itself out by another 3 sections. And of course, we have to start at our mills. So let's get going. All right, so we're expanding the city. So a city park I thought would be a good way to kind of do that a little more quickly, at least for a little bit of space. But right now I got to plan my roads. All right, so these are mills 4, 5, and 6 that I'm making. Or actually, it's 3, 4, and 5. Nope. 4, 5, and 6, yeah. Now, these are the bigger mills because they got roads in them. The next set will be a little bit thinner because they won't really have a road in them. One will, but that's the crossroad. All right, so right now I'm not too worried about color, just simply because you're not going to see all this. We have to build up the mill. Alright, so these are where my crosswalks are going to go. Now these are brick and tile. See, as you can see, they just slip right in, tile them up, and you're done. Now I'm putting modified tile in here so my minifigures have a place to mount to. I am starting to run out of light gray tile. I will have to find some of that. Now I'll be honest, as I build these roads, I know I don't have enough dark gray to complete them all. But we can get some of them done. But in the meantime, we'll have to put that on the list as well for this. A little bit here and there. It isn't like the big builds where I try to have all the parts. This is no particular time limit. This is in between projects kind of thing. And you can forever expand on your city. But I figured a park would be a good place to have a landing point or an invasion point. So we're going to put in a park. All right. So we're about to get this, probably be my last road here. I won't have enough to do any more after this. Alright, and I don't have enough light gray here to finish this road piece either. So once again, it's a brick that I use a lot of that I need to get some more of. Alright, and we're just pretty much going to fill this in here real quickly. Alright, my friends, we've taken it as far as we're going to take it this week. We've actually gotten a bit accomplished here. We've been working these 3 mills right here. And this one is close to being done. This one is actually close to being done. And that one we barely touched. But I do have to order some more USB hubs and USB extension cables. I was buying the 1-footers because you would get 3 for the cost of 1 3-footer. But those 1-footers just don't hold up quite like the 2 and the 3-footers do. So some of the cables that I've already installed, I'm going to have to remove those and replace those with better cables because they're just not carrying the power like they're supposed to. But as you can see, we've managed to grow a little bit. So let's go ahead and take an up close look at it, and then, you know, we'll take a look at the city real quick. So, all right, so this is the Avengers Tower that we just did. We just lit that sucker up. Just kind of in place right now. Alright, so here's the mill, the first mill. As you can see, it's not attached. I still got to put pins and everything else into it. Now, I ran out of dark gray brick for the road here. I don't have a lot left. But we did manage to get these 3 sections in, and of course the crosswalks. We still got to fill that in yet, and I've got parts for that. And this one and the road plates, we need more dark gray, and we might have to order some more flats as well to finish those 2 up as well. So yeah, we definitely got to place a couple orders here with Amazon and Brooklink, so hopefully that'll get done here soon. It's going to come down to what I've got time to do right now. I've got a lot of stuff to get done here. And of course, here we've got the market. Now, I've got the lighting kit on the way for this, so we're going to be doing an episode of that. We're going to install the lighting kit into this thing, and it should light it up beautifully. And let's just take a look at this. I love these bricks here. It just, the spray paint look on there just looks phenomenal. I need to order some more parts for in here, as you can see. We just need a lot of stuff, a lot of tile. But this is one of those buildings that I created here. We'll go through that in a different episode. And of course, I've got to get lights for that as well. It's got a pizza shop, a dispensary, and a grooming salon, and a little apartment in there. And of course, over here, we've got a coffee shop and a burger shack, and we got Galactus going on, the Hooker Hotel, the museum. And then when you start getting back up over here, as you can see, I fill space. The dragon most likely won't remain there. I don't know why it's there. I just thought it looked cool there. We got the Daily Bugle, the Daily Bagel, and another building that I created myself. We'll do that in a separate episode, is the bar. And we'll talk about that in the episode, but that's one of my favorite modulars right there. It's the first one I ever created. So as you can see, as a display piece, a lot of displays will have these buildings facing out towards you here if this was the front of the table and you're looking in. I wanted to give you more of a side view because I'm hoping to do a 360 view with it, all 4 sides. Reason being is this way the buildings are back to back. You don't really see the backs, you see a little bit of the siding, but we can fix all that up and kind of jazz it up. And once again, these brick built roads are not tile. They are not the brick kits. That's not. And of course it's lifted. And when you lift these kind of tiles up and you do it right, then you can do stuff like this in the road. Alright, my friends, you know, like I was saying before, this is kind of a side project to build a mill, to put a building on it. to put a light kit in it is expensive. You know, I'm a Star Wars builder, so this is kind of new to me. So this is a lot of fun as well. You know, we always wanted a city. And of course, we're going to have the Galactic Empire coming in here and invade it as well. I've got more buildings that I need to create myself, because those are the buildings that are going to have a lot of destruction in, because I don't want to destroy my Avengers Tower. Who wants to do that? But we do need the Avengers to defend the city. So I'm kind of looking forward to see how all that turns out in the future. But in the meantime, you know, we've got some things to work on here. But as time passes and progresses, and the end of September, we get to start the new big Star Wars building. I'm looking forward to that. All right, my friends, if you like what you saw here today, go ahead and hit that like button. It lets me know I did a good job, and it suggests this kind of content to anybody who might be into it. Of course, if you've got a good idea, want to talk Star Wars, just want to talk Lego, or whatever it might be, go ahead and put that down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And of course, we cannot grow here as a family unless you smash that subscribe button. It takes you a mere half second, but for me, it really does mean an awful lot. And don't forget, you can be able to catch me at Brick Convention in Youngstown, as well as Flint, Michigan. And in September, you're going to be able to catch me at the Heavenly Barbecue Bash in West Virginia. So I'm hoping to see everybody out. If you're there, come check those shows out. See you next time, my friends.